Hello there, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everybody is having a very fine Friday. So, we are going to be starting out today with maybe just a couple shout outs, of course, and then we are going to do a collective reading for everybody who's here or watching the replay. And we already have 2 donations. We have Jamie and then Linda H with a 1-card read as well. And I've had a slight headache all day. Really, I haven't had a day in the probably past 2 weeks that I haven't had a headache of some sort. So I'm just trying to power through things. And Boston's still home from school sick as well. So I've been playing nurse all day and just trying to take care of myself and all the fun things. So yeah, I've kind of limited it to about 6 more spots over and above what we have. So my hope is to be under 2 hours today, just so I can do everything I need to do and not feel too overwhelmed. Hello, Scarlett. I hope you're doing well. All right. So I don't see that anyone else is here yet, but it says we have a few people in the chat. So say hello if you feel so inclined. Let me take a quick drink of my water. Oh, you're getting over a head cold as well, Scarlett. I'm so sorry. It's no fun, is it? Hello, Amber. Hello, Karen. Hello, Michelle. Yeah, all right. So it's usually, I think, around the anywhere from 2 to 5 minute mark, maybe even sometimes before, that YouTube will send out the notifications that we're live. I don't know why it's so widely varied. There are certain ones that I'm subscribed to that when they go live, I don't get the notification that they're live till like an hour into the live stream. So I don't understand. I just don't understand the algorithm. You would think of like, okay, I want this person's content when they're live, please let me know the second they go live, but it's just not like that. I don't know why. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our collective message for the day. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, there's been times it's been 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. One time I even got one the next day. I'm like, what? You just got your notification. Cool, Brandy. I'm glad you got one today. That's awesome. So yeah, I don't know what it is. You would think that with all the tweaking and, as I say, twerking that they keep doing with the different algorithms and the system and stuff, that they would have it ironed out by now, but not so much. Maybe it's because they keep tweaking it. I don't know. But let's see what we can expect. We do have the full moon coming up on Sunday, I do believe at this point. Sunday, maybe Monday for those of you more on the other side of the world. And this is going to be a full moon in Vedic Cancer and Western Leo. So finding out where this full moon is taking place in your chart can be a very powerful place for you to set your focus, to overcome some challenges in that house. And for me, I follow Vedic astrology, and my sign of Cancer is my 10th house. And that's your house of career, so it's very fitting for me. I've been going through some shakeups, wake ups, breakups with different channels, and just trying to figure out like my daily shorter videos. Should they be a video? Should they be a short? And so far the experiment, no one's really seeing the shorts, and I don't know. I don't think they send out notifications for that. But if you're missing the daily messages that you were getting as videos before, wondering if I stopped doing them, just check in the Harmony Portal Tarot channel link in the description below. If you just go to the main page, you can scroll down and there will be a section where there are just the shorts. I know it's so painful to try to find all these things. I just wish they would put them all. I do know though, if you're checking your subscription feed on a computer or a laptop, that they do show up in your regular subscription feed. But if you're on your phone, you have to go to the shorts portion of your subscription feed, which instead of going vertical, it goes horizontal. Like you scroll down a little bit and it's like shorts, and then you kind of have to scroll horizontal. Yeah, I do like the videos more too, but everybody's saying you have to go to short form. It's basically at this point, the daily videos are going to have to be a short, or I'm going to have to drop them completely because it's messing with my pick a card, like your watch time. With a watch time with a pick a card, yeah, it's anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes normally on a sometimes hour plus long video because people are only watching a portion of it already. And then because the shorter videos, the daily videos are only about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. If someone only watches a portion of that, that brings the watch time down even more. And it's like, oh, people don't like this. There's this content. This person posts an hour long content and people only watch a fraction of it. Then they post a shorter form of it and then they only watch a small portion. So we're not going to show anyone this content. It's very frustrating at times, but I love what I do, so I'm not gonna stop doing it. I'm just gonna find ways to kinda fit into what I need to do to jump through all the hoops, and hopefully those that need the content will find it, and those that don't see it maybe just don't need it as much. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm thinking I will definitely keep my pick a cards. That's my favorite as far as the content that I don't do live. Live stream, I think, is my absolute favorite because we're here. It's happening now. I do like editing at times, but the fact that there's no editing and it's just here and I get to see you guys, like that to me is so fun. But second to that, I love doing pick a cards because I don't feel so rushed to just get everything out. And with the shorts, I feel even more rushed in the daily messages to just get everything clear and concise and not have any like ums or uhs or even breaths between words because you got to get it. And if you lose someone's very short attention span in a short, it really does show. It's crazy how these things are, but I would like to think that those that are there for the more long form content of the pick a card, they're not like the second I take a breath gonna click off because I took too long to say something. It's very crazy that that is what our world has come to, that you are fearful you even take a breath and someone will click off the video. Oh, you love the dailies. Yeah, the collective. So you really resonate with them. Yeah, absolutely. So just I guess from now on, heads up that yeah, it really is being trained to be even smaller and even smaller and even smaller. That's why I will probably just refuse outright to go to a 15-second video. I'm gonna still do the longest I can with shorts, which is a minute long. And that's why I don't personally watch TikTok. I mean, not that I haven't, I don't have TikTok and I never have, but I don't watch a lot of other shorts or stories or anything like that because, especially if it's just a clip of something longer, I'd rather invest in the longer version of something to get the details. I guess that's just how I am. I'm trying to be very conscious of what I do and the dopamine hit you get from one short into another into another. It almost puts you in this just absolute hypnotic state and time just escapes you. And it's like an hour later and you're still watching these things just over and over and over being dished out to you. It's like, crazy talk. Yeah. But it's kind of being part of the whole thing without, you know, being part of it. And I don't know what's going on over. Oh, my video is playing over there on auto. That just was weird. On my other computer, it just turned on automatically and it's playing tomorrow's short out of nowhere that's not even published anywhere yet. I don't understand what's going on. Ghosts have haunted my computer over there. I don't know. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, but yeah, those that love the shorts, well, or the daily videos, I should say, just check the shorts section every day. If you want that message, and if you just want to more leave it open to the algorithm to show it to you. If you want to see it, then that's cool too. But yeah, I don't know a way to really promote my shorts other than sharing them here and there in my community tab, which again, I think that only shows up on a phone in like the subscription feed, but not on a computer. So it's very weird how things are. But yeah, we've got that full moon coming in. And like I was saying, I'm trying to figure things out with my career because it's happening in my 10th house. So one thing that might be very powerful for all of us, and if you don't know what house Cancer, or if you're following more Western astrology, Leo is in your chart, you can just do whatever you want, obviously with any full moon or any other portal or time frame that you feel these energies a little stronger. You can set any intentions or do any kind of rituals or spell work or whatever you want. But just lighting a candle, setting some intentions, saying some things either in your head or out loud really is enough to set that intention and have some things go on that you want to see happen in your life. Yes, it's going to be Cancer for Vedic astrology and Leo for Western astrology. And this is actually a very beneficial full moon that all the good deeds you do, it's called, oh my gosh, what's it called? Purna something. Maybe Amber knows. Purnamaga, maybe? Because even though it's Maga Nakshatra, which that's in Leo, that's not even in Cancer. This is happening in not let's see, Ashlesha Nakshatra. Those would be like, what's who the hita what? Don't worry about it. It's like Vedic stuff. The 27 lunar mansions are broken, or the what do you call them? The constellations of, Capricorn, Cancer, all the constellations, which are the zodiac signs, are then further broken down into, each one is a 2.5 constellation section, which you put them all together, all 12 of them, it's about 27 nakshatras. Pushya, maybe it is Pushya. I wanted to say it was Ashlesha. Yeah, it's one of those two going on. Yeah, it is with the North Node. Oh, you have that in your, in Cancer, in the North Node. Yeah, Pushya Nakshatra. Yeah, that's a very nurturing nakshatra. If you have your North Node there, yeah, that's a very nurturing North Node. Like, you want to nurture all your friends. That's beautiful. Yeah, Leo's your 8th house. Yeah, big transformations coming then for you, Linda. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is a good time, really beneficial time to get some positive intentions, or create some good karma in your life, because that good karma you create during Purnamaga. Again, I might be mispronouncing what this very auspicious full moon is considered. But this is a very auspicious time. When you do some good karma, it's going to come back to you even greater than it normally would. So go do some good deeds, make someone's day today. Well, the full moon is on the 5th, so Sunday. Between now and probably about next Wednesday is the time frame. Hello, Joseph. Welcome. Good to see you as well. Yeah, we've got the tabletop. I'm just not feeling my 100% best today. Got another sick kiddo home. Well, it's the same sick kiddo that's been home since Tuesday. My other one was sick pretty much Friday through Monday. So it's been quite the work week, trying to be nurse, trying to be mom, trying to be entrepreneur from home. But we're making it happen. But, instead of putting effort into my hair and makeup today, I just said, you know what? Nah, not doing it. Let's just film the table and call it good. All right. So, yeah, been through that with kiddos. Yeah, they're older now. Woman of many hats. Yeah, I wear a couple hats around here. Good thing my husband's very, very helpful. It's a very 50-50 kind of household. So I'm not just sitting here doing everything while he's not. It's awesome how much he does around here. I cannot complain, that's for sure. Aw, you treated your medical transport driver to lunch today. That's so cool, Karen. Yeah, see, you're already paying it forward. I love it. All right, so let's see what we can expect during this full moon, and just, today and leading up to the full moon, and pretty much till we see each other on Wednesday. What do we need to know? Ooh, we have the moon. Yeah, there's that full moon energy coming in hot. New opportunity coming in with this full moon. But again, I think this is as a result of us setting some really cool intentions for our lives and whatever area. So not only what house this full moon is occurring in for you, but also any planets. And of course, the sun rules Leo if you're following Western astrology. So find where your sun is in your chart. You probably already know the sign, but also what house it rules, which is Leo, and then what sign it's currently in, and the sign it's transiting in, which I do believe is Aquarius for Vedic astrology. And I'm not sure no, that's Western astrology. And I think for Vedic astrology, it might be Aquarius as well. I'll have to look into that though. And then for Vedic astrology, find where your moon is, because Cancer, the sign that the moon is, the full moon is taking place in this time, is ruled by the moon. So find where your moon is and where the moon is transiting, which would be Cancer, again, for Vedic astrology, and wherever your moon is in your chart. Yeah. And 4 of Swords. So yeah, as a result of some of this new opportunity energy coming in, there's also this need for rest, for recuperation, for, not going all gung-ho with things, because to me, this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity coming in, is you just planting the seed. This isn't the seed breaking the soil and you having to do all these things. I think you've already prepared the soil to plant the seeds, so that hard work is done. Now it's time to rest or relax or just kind of be more introspective over the weekend, kind of going into early next week. Again, though, those of you that have a lot of plans or you feel like taking action on something, follow through. Trust your intuition because some of you are going to feel like pulling back. Others of you are going to feel like finally putting yourselves out there. Um, but yeah, just do what you need to do or want to do or feel like doing in the coming days as far as your energy levels go. And anything else we need to know? Ooh, we have Hecate. Change is important. Release the past. And, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which a lot of times can indicate heartbreak or, grief, getting over a loss of some sort. And even if this is something from the distant past, there might be some of that past stuff coming up right now. So you can really focus on it so you can heal from it and overcome whatever is going on. But the changes that are coming in, these new opportunities coming in that want to benefit you and help shift your life in a more positive way, there needs to be this element of dealing with the past before this new energy can come in for sure. All right, anything else we need to know? Anything else we need to know? And we have here curse, hate, catastrophe, and misfortune. And this, again, to me feels like that past energy that you are overcoming any what you might deem as generational curses or, limiting beliefs or, just ill will that anyone has toward you or that you have toward anyone and just letting these things go. And very interesting, we have third wheel energy here as well. Enemy, distrust, and flirtatiousness. So yes, once again, you might be feeling this. It's very Seven of Swords energy too. Those of you that have been dealing with something that feels unfair or you were cheated in some way, I see this coming full circle during this full moon, and you're going to be able to, really tune into this and overcome it or have a new beginning from it, because we have the 37 here, which adds to a new beginning. And we have here daydream. So optimism, illusion, and delirium. I don't know. Delirior. Delirier. Delirier. I don't know. I've never heard that word in my life. Heard delirious and delirian, but not that one. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, this optimism you're having is daydreaming of a better future without, I guess, ignoring the fact that certain things might not be 100% in alignment with what you want to be experiencing right now. But, that illusion word we can also assimilate or associate with this moon energy as well. So, seeing through the illusions can kind of bring up some of this, maybe buried resentment or just wounding from the past, distrust of others from the past. And then we have overload. Yeah. And this makes sense with the Four of Swords here as far as being more rested or getting the proper rest because, feeling very obligated or just overwhelmed with the amount of work. This was me this morning, and not that I was like huffing and puffing, like I was really frustrated by it, but I was just like, wow, just helping my son. I should probably set the stage for what I'm talking about. So helping my oldest son, who's a sixth grader, he's missed school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now today, Friday. And of course, he'll have the weekend to make up some of this work, but just the amount of work that they do during the day that now he has to make up. I was a little overloaded myself this morning, just trying to get I wrote out a to-do list for him. I was helping him with his geography homework, and I was just like, wow, there's a lot here. You just forget. I know I was once a sixth grader, and as most of you probably were as well, and you just forget like how much you would accomplish in a day at school. And then, you compound that with 4 days of school missed. You're like, wow. So if you feel behind on anything, and I even feel a little bit behind with work just because I've been playing, teacher and nurse and mom and everything with everyone home, part of the week, if not most of the week this week. You just might be feeling that little bit of overwhelm, but don't feel like you're falling behind because really you're right on time. That's what I'm hearing. So anything you feel overloaded with, overwhelmed, stressed out about, this is like blowing off steam here and here. Blowing off steam, quite possibly even boiling some water. We actually had to do that. I feel like this reading is just turning into me personally sharing my life. But Wrigley yesterday before school, he was just standing there, after he'd eaten, and his nose got real bloody, and it just started gushing blood. but I forgot to turn the heater off in his room, and it was just very hot and very stifling, very dry air. And so I boiled water most of the day yesterday, to really bring some humidity back to the air. But the poor little guy, I mean, for 2 minutes straight, it was just gushing blood. I've never seen that much blood come out of my kid. And it was kind of scary for a second there, but then it slowed down and it stopped. But sorry for those of you that don't want the visual, but that's, just something that kind of came out of nowhere. But literally boiling water to bring some humidity really did help that situation too. So you might want to, if you have been feeling a little stuffy, a little head cold, get some humidity going. Yeah, so that's our message. That's our collective message. I could definitely feel the energy of what's been going on in my life in here. And funny, right as I said that, I put that third wheel card. Where'd it go? Anyway, it's in here. You just saw it. I put that away. It's almost like one or the other of my kids has been the third wheel at home this week as I'm trying to work and, still do all the things. But, it's not every day. So we do the things we need to do. And then, the next week is usually completely better. So yay, I'm hoping everybody's back at school and feeling healthy next week in my home and in your home if you guys are dealing with illness. It's just that time of year, I guess, huh? All right. So we do have, let's see. Gentileka is here. I see her donation now on my PayPal. So I will add you to the list. So we're going to start with Jamie. And Jamie can go ahead and post her question. And I am going to add Gentileka to the list here. Yeah, it is a bit to deal with, so I am feeling it a little bit, and of course my own kind of rundown health, just me being sick last week and into this week is just kind of this weird kind of, I don't know, head cold, but I've had a headache pretty much every single day for 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, I just pretty much lost count of how many days I've had a headache. But it's very interesting that since I've been on this live stream, the headache has dulled to almost, I don't even feel it right now. So thank you guys. You can let my headache go away. All right, I gotta copy my list here right quick, and Jamie can post her question and add Gentileka to the list, and then that will leave 5 spots remaining for any other donators that want to come to play today. Let me that and okay. And there. I think that's it. Hope I spelled everyone's name correctly. All right. Okay, so. Oh, I'm just stretching. Haven't even done my workout today, but I'm just not feeling it. I don't feel very, motivated to be working out so much, but I'll probably do that before I go pick up Wrigley from school today. Okay, so Jamie says, my friend Kara, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, is going through a hard time. She's had multiple miscarriages, and I want to get messages for her from her children or whoever needs to come through for her. Aww. All right. Amanda, you're a badass. Thank you so much. Aw, cool. All right, so let's find out. I said it right. Yay. So let's see. For Jamie's friend Kara, who's had multiple miscarriages, let's get a message from Kara's inner self and possibly from the spirit of her future children. Anything she needs to know. Any messages for Kara, please? Ooh, look at this. Wow, I have chills. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, but I feel like this is familiar enough energy to me that I've at least tuned into Kara's energy before. And for some reason, I feel like I've tuned into the fact that she's going to have 2 children. Could be twins. I mean, these look very close in age and very identical. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. That I might just be picking up something from someone else. I could not have remembered that before we started the reading, but once the energy was tuned into, there it is. It's very interesting how spirit works because, people will tell me things and, names and, situations and stuff that I won't remember just me as a person with my memory. But then when tuning into the energy, that information just comes right to the forefront. I just love how that works because I couldn't do it if I tried just tuning in with my human brain to try to get that information. But yeah, there's at least two little souls that want to come through. And, there's no pressure on her that if she can't bring these souls through, that, oh, she made a big mistake. No. But there are two souls that definitely would love to work with her as their mother in this lifetime, that's for sure. But there is this time needed for her to really introspect, to really get in touch with who she is as a person. And I just had chills on my crown this whole time. I'm just completely like itching my head, like, ooh, it tickles. But there is so much happiness to be seen in her future, even if right now she feels like it's a dark night of the soul, or there's a lot going on with her energetically where she feels like her dreams will never come true. The sun will never come out. And right as I'm saying that, I'm hearing that song in my head by Annie, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And it's very interesting because Annie was, an orphan wanting parents. And this is kind of the opposite of a parent that's, childless that wants to have children. Wow, I just have such chills. And now they're going down my left leg, which is the feminine side of the body. So maybe her really tuning into that hermit energy, which is Virgo energy, which is feminine energy of, tuning in and receiving the information of, yeah, look at this. Oh, people don't normally call me during live streams. It's my father-in-law. He's probably just want to check in on the kiddos. I have to get to him later. But it's very interesting. It's very telling that a father figure calls during this reading. Everything is a sign. Everything is a sign. There are no coincidences in my mind anyway. And I don't know if you had mentioned earlier how many miscarriages, but they're, the 3 spilled cups. Look at this. The 3 spilled cups. And even if she's had more than 3, we're thinking maybe the 3 most devastating of those miscarriages. But look, those 2 upright cups, those 2 souls, those 2 children that will be upright or, living for her. Wow, that is so powerful. This is just a ray of hope. Really, if there's anything to take away from this reading, it's a ray of hope that this will happen for her. I got major chills. Wow. Yeah, it is. Spirit is really wanting to get through to her today, that's for sure. Look, her happy family. That is exactly what she's going to get eventually. But again, there's things that are going on and happening between now and quote unquote that happily ever after, right? But wow, yeah. And it's very interesting how there's all this brightness and light over here and there's more darkness. And again, darkness doesn't have to be negative. It's just more feminine energy of contemplation, of introspection. There might even have been confusion, like, why do I keep putting myself through this when it just always ends in a loss time after time after time? But that's not always going to be the case. I can see that here. And it might even be that even if she's tried all these different interventions or medical help, if she's taken, like I'm hearing Clomid, that's something I had to take at one point. But what that did for me, because I didn't have trouble getting pregnant. So it was, to me, Clomid is something to make you ovulate. So it was really weird that my doctor prescribed me 1 round of Clomid and I said never again. It was the most painful thing ever, and it didn't work. It didn't work for me. But basically what it did was it made me hyper ovulate. So I had all these eggs, but none of them got fertilized because I don't even know if they could have, but I don't know if she's been on anything like that or if she's been confused. Do I need to go on this or do I need to go on that? But I feel whatever's happening here, it's happening naturally for her. Let's just see. Any other words of wisdom or guidance for Kara? Specifically words of hope. I want to know what she has to look forward to. Blue Moon, you are ready. Make your masterpiece. And you know that saying, once in a blue moon. So it might feel to her like, oh, I'll get pregnant like once in a blue moon. That'll, if she doesn't have trouble getting pregnant, it's, again, keeping the pregnancy. But it says here she's ready and make your masterpiece, which in this case would be children. Wow. Very interesting. Let's see anything else. Any words of wisdom, guidance, blessings coming in for Kara. And Dark Moon, pause and rest. You deserve it. And it's very interesting because this is almost contradictory energy. And we had the contradictory or confused energy of the Two of Swords. Like, do I not? Do I not? Do I want this? Do I not? And so it's very fitting that these two come out that are almost opposites, but I like as you're ready, and then pause and rest. So pause and rest will say maybe you're not ready, but you are ready says you are ready. So there might be part of her that feels she's not ready or that this will never happen. But really, the time is here. The time is right. Oh, sorry. Got going again. Hopefully that'll work. um, but it says you deserve it and make your masterpiece. So whenever it is that she is ready, I would say, even if she never feels ready, there will be a time that it's going to happen for her. So I hope she doesn't lose, hope that there's anything hopeful to look for, because this is indicating that there is. And this to me feels like current into past energy, and this is future energy here. So yeah. Wow. Oh, she's going through a divorce. Yeah, and that might be why she's thinking, oh, once in a blue moon, because you kind of usually need a father, right, for the child to be born. So either she's going to find a way to do this without that, or she will find someone else for which to create a family. And it just might be that these two souls did not want to come through her soon-to-be ex-husband's family line, if that makes sense. Yeah, that father energy came through. And it's very interesting because my father-in-law, like my husband, he's one of 4 boys. He's the second of the 4 boys. But his dad had a family before them that the wife, I don't know what happened. She completely cut them out of the son and daughter's life, and it was a whole thing. So really, it's like my husband was my father-in-law's second chance at a family. So very interesting how this is playing out, where maybe her first chance at a family didn't work out with the first husband, but with a second husband or a future partner or a sperm donor. I mean, there's lots of ways we can shake this, right? And time will tell, I guess, with what this means for her, but it's not over till it's over. Let's put it that way. Not the divorce, but like her to ever be able to find love again is more what I'm referring to. I feel like this divorce is definitely in her best interest. But yeah, I don't think these two souls want to come through that husband or soon to be ex-husband's family line, and that's why things might have been a little difficult with the the miscarriages and everything. And she might even look back on this soon to be divorce and the marriage she had with this guy and kind of be thankful that she doesn't share kids with this guy, because it would complicate things even further with a divorce. Oh, that didn't work. With a divorce and all that. Yeah. Well, I hope this resonated for her and brought her some hope, because it's definitely not the end of her parenting journey. That's for sure. All right. Big hugs to both Jamie and Kara. Okay, so up next, we've got Linda H. with a 1-card read. And I think I saw another donation pop up on my email. Let me just see. Oh, we got a couple. We've got 3 more that I just didn't even see. So it looks like we have time for, let's see. Let me go back over to my email so I can get this list in the correct order for everybody. The list of donations. So for Linda, and then get to Leka, and then Anna, 1-card read, Earthy Deva, 1-card read. And then AJ, full reading, and Katie R, full reading. Okay, so I'm going to update this list. So let's see. So it was Earthy Deva, 1 card. And I don't remember AJ's username. I think it's like Mystic33. Full reading. And then Katie R. And there we have it. So I think that would give us about 3 spots left, because the 1-card reads really just pretty much add up to not a full reading anyway. So there we go. I gotta copy this new list, and I see Linda has her question. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. All right, Linda's going on a trip, you guys. Exciting stuff. So Linda's going on a trip from February 10th through the 13th. Will it go smoothly? Flight and plans, anything I need to know? Okay, let's see what Linda needs to know about her upcoming trip. Well, have fun, first and foremost. That sounds like amazing. Fun time. Bye, Jamie. Have a beautiful weekend. Oh, Super Bowl weekend in Phoenix. So worried about travel disruptions. Yeah, that, you never know. Let's see. Okay. So we have here Six of Pentacles, which feels to me that, okay, with this combination, anything, and it almost appears to be the same person. And, you know, that same person doesn't appear in every single one of these cards. So it's funny that ones that appear to be the same person are in two different cards with two very different energies. So this is telling me, of course, Mercury's not retrograde right now or in the very near future for you. So that's always good sign, good news for any travel plans. But anything that might feel like a plan, like a disrupted plan or something you have to, you know, do that you didn't expect to do is actually going to work out in your favor. So if there is any kind of trouble with the flight, it almost feels like you'd be bumped up or, you know, put to first class because it's the mistake on them, or it was just something that wasn't your fault, or, you know, anything that goes awry, it's going to be balanced out and you're going to be compensated. Yeah, he does look like he has a travel outfit on. That's so cute. But let's just see anything else. Yeah, so I would say any unexpected delays or anything are actually going to work out just fine. And I hear no matter what, you're arriving right on time. Even if it looks like you are, ooh, look at this. Yeah, you're going to have a fun time. We've got emotional fulfillment. So this trip is going to be kind of a reset to really refill your cup or replenish the well of creativity, of passion and zest for life. Yeah. And we have here patience. So, you know, maybe you're feeling a bit impatient right now. Like you're excited for this trip and it's, you know, when you're waiting for a trip, you know, the 10th through the 13th, that can feel like, you know, decades away, even though it's just what, I don't know, 7 days. It's like a week away. A week away. Maybe you're kind of checking, you're packing and checking things, making sure you have everything on and or everything you need to take with you, and just you know, making a list, checking it twice, sort of like Santa. But I can feel your excitement and almost a little bit anxiety. I don't know if you have, I won't say a fear of flying, but it's probably not maybe your favorite thing to do. So there might be just a bit of anxiety there, or maybe not the fear of flying itself, but just getting through all the checkpoints and everything and getting there on time and not having to stress about being, you know, strapped for time, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't see too many, you know, anything that is a delay or a miscommunication or a miscalculation is going to be balanced right out pretty quickly. And one more. Ooh, hesitation. Yeah. And again, this to me just feels like where you're at right now and not so much the trip itself. But let's get one for the trip itself. Anything Linda needs to know for this trip. I mean, this coming out, this tells you pretty much everything you need to know. We have your robbery, exploitation, incaution, and unfairness. But it's very interesting. I'm going to need to clarify on that because this combination, this is saying anything that feels unfair is going to be balanced out. And this is very similar energy to the Five of Swords. You know, robbery or feeling robbed of a, you know, situation or something. Yeah, to me, this just feels like the stress or tediousness of everything. Yeah, and then we have coach, advice, obedience, and knowledge. And, you know, this to me feels like your energy coming in to be able to negate anything that's going to happen that, you know, again, just feels like a minor inconvenience or a stress. That's really all you're dealing with. It's not some big bad thing that happens at all. If anything, you're going to have so much fun. It's going to refill the well. You're going to just feel this sigh of relief. Once you get home, you're going to feel more inspired to jump into some new projects or just to refresh the energy of the home in some way. It's basically acting as that reset button that I think you really need or want to have go on in your life. So, yeah. Again, though, there just might be those moments of feeling a bit of stress, but you're going to balance them out quite nicely here. So, yay, Linda. Yeah, just making sure you've got your list, you've checked it twice, you're in the right place at the right time, no one's running behind. That's, you know, just the logistics of getting everything off the ground and then back all in one place, right? But other than that, you're going to have a great time. Yeah, you're traveling solo, which you haven't done in a while. Yeah, so again, any inconveniences you're going to see like balanced in your favor. So yay! All right, Get to Lecca is next. Thanks again, Linda, for your donation. Have a beautiful trip. I might see you before you leave because it's still, what, a week away? But if I don't see you between now and then, have the best time ever. Okay, so what message do the higher realm want me to know at this time? All right, tuning in for Get to Lecca. Message from the higher realms, from her inner self. Ooh, we got 3 of them popping right on out. Okay, wow. The World, the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles. So anything that feels overwhelming or grief stricken, or just like that heartbreaking energy of the 3 of Swords, could even be any kind of illness or anything you're going through, if that's anything you're going through currently. Just anything that's stressing you out or making you worry a little bit. You're going to be able to close out this cycle. The World is an end of a cycle, the beginning of something new. 2 of Pentacles is all about finding the balance, or, maintaining the balance through maybe some chaotic work time. Might even be the end of a project, or trying to balance everything and put in that last little push to get this project finished at work, quite possibly. Let's get a clarifier on the 3 of Swords specifically, just to see what this is talking about. But whatever it is that's worrying you or stressing you out, there is an end coming to this. Yeah, 3 of Cups, quite possibly a celebration, a gathering, a get together with people that mean a lot to you. And 8 of Pentacles is just, slow and steady energy of putting in your effort, putting in your work, doing the things you need to do to get the job done. Maybe even working on some sort of hobby, just having some fun. It's very interesting. I'm seeing, they have like adult coloring books, but they also have this thing called diamond painting. I don't know if you've heard of that. And I've never done one myself, but as far as I can understand of them, is you just glue these little rhinestones or diamonds in the place of where you would paint or color something, like a color by number. Like, I see you sitting down to do something like that. It's kind of tedious work, but it's calming, it's relaxing, and you can have like a finished product at the end. If it's not that exact scenario, this to me feels like you just sitting down and doing something you enjoy. And for me, it's not very creative, but something I've been doing lately, it's kind of within reach. Let me grab it. I just love doing these little Sudoku puzzles, or Sudoku. I can never say it right. But these are so fun. Like, you just, fill in the numbers, and you got my little cheaters here. Like, ooh, I think that could be a 1 or a 9. That could be a 1 or a 9. Something that kind of relaxes your mind, gives your mind something to do, but isn't stressful for your mind, I think is where, the higher realm is guiding you to do something that doesn't stress you out, but that it stimulates your mind in a way, but it doesn't stress you out. Stressing about your dad's health and some issues at work. Yeah. So anything that's going on at work, you're going to be able to overcome it and put it behind you. But let's get let's get a card specifically about the stress at work, and then one specifically about your dad's health. So stress at work. Oh, you do have an adult coloring book. Fun. Okay. So stress at work, Page of Cups. So there might be a big surprise coming from someone who is younger than you, or that holds a position below where you're at, that's going to come in and give some much needed information to help smooth things out. And then about your dad's health. Okay, we have the sun, which literally, the sun is the father. It represents the father in astrology. And the sun is a card of vitality, health, wellness, happiness, joy. So any health issues he's got going on, he's going to be able to overcome them. And especially coming into, and again, I don't know much about India's specific weather patterns, but when it starts to warm up again, it might be decently warm right now. I'm not sure of your current weather pattern. But when the sun is out, when it's warm, when it's, healthy weather to be outside or outdoors at some sort of local park, if that's possible, that would do him a world of good to get out in nature. Again, if it's safe. If it's too hot or if it's too cold, that can sometimes be an issue, especially if he's already got some health issues. But, when the temperature feels right to be outside, it would really benefit him to go for some sort of walk. But yeah, anything that's going on with his health, he's going to be able to overcome that just fine. We'll see anything else Getaleka needs to know. Messages from the higher realms. We got 2 that want to come out. Okay, so we have no, sleep on it. And again, this to me feels like something to do at work, or something to do with what you're going through at work. something that's been stressing you out, where you might possibly have to be the one saying no to someone or no about the projects that are going on, and being basically the final authority on a situation at work where you're going to have to, stand up and say, no, this isn't ready, or no, we shouldn't move forward yet, because sleep on it means you need a little more time to figure something out. And then with your father's health, we've got here curiosity, what sparks your interest. So maybe even you and your father doing some sort of fun project together, or, this could be like a board game, a card game, a puzzle, just something fun that two people can do together, and work on it together and have fun and have some communication. And yeah, maybe even going out to dinner together, something like this, or going on a nature walk together. Oh, it's still cold. In another 15 days, it should be warm. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, well, getting out in nature would be a really great way if you could do like a thing where you guys get together once a week or a couple times a week and go on a walk, or go to lunch, go to coffee, hang out, whatever feels good to you. Do a fun project together. And even just your own energy here. Just what does spark your interest? What is it you want to put your time, effort, and focus into that's not just work? This to me feels more hobby or personal life oriented. Could even be your spiritual practice. But what brings you joy? What sparks your interest? So that's where your focus will be, I think, over the next few weeks or so. Awesome. Yeah, I don't see anything too concerning here. Anything that is stressing you out, again, with your father's health and at work, there's some really good solutions coming to both of these areas of life. So I wouldn't stress too much, and just know that you're being supported from those higher realms, and that you don't have to do it all alone. Spirit has your back. All right. All these little guys back in here. Okay. Got one in here. All right. I stagger them back. That way, if two that I recently drew together come out again together, it's not coincidence when they do. But you'd be surprised how often the same cards come out together, even though I do that. It's so cool. All right. So Earthy Deva, one card read, and I'm not sure if she is here currently or if she just left a message to timestamp. I will double check that right now, though. Okay, one card read for Anna. What do I need to improve? Do to improve my life at the moment? Some encouragement from the cards. Absolutely. And since I'm not sure if she's here or not, I'm going to go grab my pen and my pad of paper, just to timestamp in case she's not here. Okay. And we're at 47:44. Okay, so I'm going to reread her question just so we have it on record for her timestamp. Hi, Amanda. Question: what can I do to improve my life at the moment? Some encouragement from the cards. Thank you. You are so welcome. All right, let's find out. One card read for Anna. What can she do to improve her life? Ooh. Well, we have the Hermit, so there's some time spent in contemplation. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is all about a new opportunity coming in. Could even be a financial opportunity, or an opportunity that will eventually bring in finances for you, like a new side hustle, a new job, a raise, a promotion at an existing job, quite possibly. But of course, that's sometimes out of your control. I mean, of course, your job performance will deem, are you getting a raise or a promotion? But this to me feels like balancing your own energy, just really tuning in, doing that introspective work, and also speaking your truth. That could greatly improve your life, especially if it's something big, little, and everything in between. When someone does something that kind of offends you, instead of just sweeping it under the rug, if you would speak up, because a lot of times, we'll put these little things, sweep it under the rug, or put it on the back burner, and then they kind of build up with the same person or the same circumstance. And then it builds up so much that we can then sometimes snap at the wrong person for the wrong reason. And this is just basically about speaking your truth all the way around and along the way. Could even be that you're dealing with a Virgo. We have Hermit energy here, a Page of Pentacles. This could be someone younger than you that you literally work with, or someone that's got a youthful energy, even if they are older than you, that you work with, that seems like a source of inspiration for you right now, or they say something that inspires you over the next few weeks. We also have the Queen of Swords. To me, I'm really reading this as your energy of just, speaking your truth and owning your stance, owning your, lot in life, basically. But, this could also be an older woman, could be a mother figure, an older female friend or coworker, boss, something like this, that is giving you really good advice. And with the Two of Pentacles, this is just about finding balance in all the areas of life, which, life can be very chaotic at times. If you watched the intro part of this with the collective reading, you got a little glimpse into, my chaotic home life the past few weeks with my kids being home from school and just trying to keep up with everything around here and, all the fun things. But let's see, specifically for Anna, what she can do to improve her life. Anything else to improve? Yeah, just finding more balance and better balance. And then perseverance, challenge, endurance. I think that's supposed to say endurance, but it says endurance. And then resolution. So yeah, this is you persevering through any challenges that are currently before you, whether these are spiritual challenges, challenges at work, challenges with someone who's kind of saying hurtful things, quite possibly, or maybe even your own mental thoughts that are saying hurtful things to you. Just trying to find balance in life. The more you work at this, the more you're going to feel, I won't say in control of life, because I don't think any of us ever feels in complete control of life, but just feel more in your sense of sovereignty and in control, more so than feeling out of control, if that makes sense. So we've got the number 7 here, which again really resonates with that hermit energy of introspection, of self-study. I just heard self-study. So learning about yourself, learning about human design, your numerology, your astrology, anything else like your personality type. These can be really great ways to improve your life. Why certain things resonate, why certain help you get to know yourself on kind of a life blueprint level, specifically with numerology in your birth chart. Even like the Myers-Briggs personality can really tell you a lot about who you are on a deeper level. Yeah. So hopefully that answered your question and brought you just a bit of guidance there. I'll take another drink of my water real quick. Oh, Amber has donated and she'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll definitely still be here. Oh no, Scarlett says she's losing connection. Well, hopefully it comes back. It does that sometimes. I just don't know why. All right. So up next, we've got AJ. Okay. So next donation is AJ, and then we have KDR on deck, and we still have 3 donation spots available before I leave today. So if you would like your question answered, you can feel free. Oh, I do have also, though, Amber, I got to add. Hello, Earthy Deva. I just finished your reading if you want to scroll back and do that, but I also have time stamped it at 47 minutes and 44 seconds if you want to write that down and comment and leave that, or I can even leave that as a comment when we're done. But that will leave us 2 donation spots left. Hello, Rose. If you didn't want to donate, I did do a collective reading at the beginning that is free for everybody who's here. But if you'd like an actual personal reading, you can always donate. I have the link and information for donations in the description and the link for PayPal's up top. But if you are doing a donation via SuperChat or SuperSticker, the price point is different. So please read the description if you would like to get in on that. All right. Oh, you're watching right now. Yay. Okay, so let me update 2 spots remaining. And AJ is here, aka Mystic33, I do believe is his newer username anyway. And then KDR will be next. I'm just updating my list, getting everything capitalized correctly and spaced correctly. There we go. Okay. So AJ is next. Full reading, general love message for AJ. Anything AJ needs to know about his love life. So we have 4 of Swords, so it might have been a while since you've been in the dating scene or the dating game, but even if you've been dating, you might just feel, I don't know, maybe disheartened isn't the right word, but to me it feels like you wished it could be better. So there might be something going on in your love life. You just wished it was better. Or even looking in this little window here, it reminds me of like the past, like looking into a window of the past. I don't know if a past love or someone from your past is on your mind. If it's not your past in this life, it could be someone from a past life that is going to cross paths with you soon. But with the Eight of Pentacles here, this is about you putting in the effort, putting in the work, putting yourself out there. So if you're not really in the dating game currently, this would just indicate that you're starting to, once you come out of this kind of almost hibernation mode of dating, putting yourself back out there, however resonates most. Some people will never go on a dating app. Others swear by them. Others like to meet people the old-fashioned way, just being out and about. But, you can't meet people if you're not out and about. So this is about taking the steps you're guided to take to actually meet someone. If there already is someone in your life, just let me know, because this reading could be slightly different than if you don't really have a current love interest or prospect. But if you already do have someone in your life, then I don't know if you had some sort of break, or one of you or the other of you has been busy or been ill and just had time separated. That could be a way we're seeing it. But this would be worth putting the effort into if you have someone on your radar. Then we have the Emperor and the High Priestess. So the Emperor, I'm really reading this as your energy of just taking control of, no one in your life. Okay, that's more where I was leaning. Just with this Four of Swords energy, a lot of times that's about taking a break. And if there's no one on your radar, this is just, taking a break from the dating scene. But with this Emperor, this is about you tuning in, especially with the High Priestess, to kind of come in and clarify with the Emperor. Of you really clarifying in your own, psyche or thought process. Who is it that you would love to spend your time with? Who is it that you are? How do you want to show up in a relationship? And kind of playing these scenarios almost like a daydream in your head to really feel into what it is you're wanting to or hoping to get out of a relationship. Because with the High Priestess here, this is about you using your spiritual gifts and your spiritual connection to someone quite possibly from a past life to pull them in. You want to call it karma, you want to call it the wheel of reincarnation, whatever you want to call it. I feel that you're feeling this pull from this person from a past life that you will reconcile in this life. So we have here Six of Swords. Yeah, there's healing. So you might even meet this person online. This is my internet card. So you might meet someone online. And you might meet them in a very almost like synchronistic kind of way, or in some sort of spiritual community, quite possibly, with the High Priestess here. And Six of Swords is a card of healing. It's a card of moving away, maybe possibly going on a trip, either short distance travel or farther away. You could meet this person after returning home from a trip. And then with the Five of Swords, to me, this is just kind of current energy of, especially AJ, if you want to be in a relationship, but there's just no one on the radar right now, and it seems maybe a little daunting or difficult to even know where to meet someone, or if you do meet someone, how to know they're the right someone or a good someone for you. To me, this is just like current anxiety of wanting a certain thing, but not knowing exactly how it's going to go. But let's get some further clarification for AJ on his love life. Anything else he needs to know? Yeah, I just really see you kind of in your own zone right now. But again, if you want to change that, you'll have to put yourself out there in all the ways that one would do, which I have not been in the dating scene since the end of 2003, very, very early. We're talking first few weeks of January 2004. So I know almost nothing about the current dating scene, and I'm not even going to pretend to know anything about the current dating scene. But yeah, we have accident, danger, caution, injury. And again, I just think this is you maybe possibly being hurt in past relationships, and you don't want to have a repeat or a replay of, the same patterns playing out in new relationships, if that's the case, or, you don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or meet someone in the wrong place. So this could, again, to me, feel like you borrowing trouble of worrying about how to meet the right person at the right time at the right place, and, almost borrowing trouble in your mental space by thinking, well, what if I'm not good enough? What if I need to do this and I need to do that? To me, this just feels like you're feeling like the whole dating thing is very daunting. It's something you definitely do want in your life, but just knowing the level of work and effort it's going to take to find a good person. It's not even the relationship itself that's worrying you so much as just knowing how, where, who, what, where, when, why, right? And then fury, offense, madness, unpleasantness. And again, this to me just feels like present energy of just what's the right answer for meeting someone? Where do I meet them? How do I meet them? Let's see anything else AJ needs to know. And we have here saving. So we have here preservation, collection, and meaningfulness. So with saving here, it's very interesting how we have this older couple. And this to me feels like the person that's meant for you is definitely worth waiting for. This does not mean you have to be old and gray before you meet this person. Oh, there goes the camera. But what I'm seeing is that once you do meet this person, we've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is about longevity. It's about putting in the effort and the work and making this a long-term thing. And then also same with this will be the person the person that you meet and start to date will be like your forever person or your very, very long-term person at the very least. Because I don't see you as someone interested in just playing the field and dating around. And to me, it's like you don't want to date for the sake of dating. You want to date to find that long-term partner. And that's exactly what you'll be able to do. I think for now, it's just a mix of healing from any past wounds, relationships, possible unrequited love from the past, and kind of figuring out what your next steps are to move forward to where do I meet people? How do I meet people? What's the typical thing to do? What's the typical thing to do that I don't want to do? And just really tuning in, because at the heart of this card right here, especially with the Eight of Pentacles, someone who's willing to put in the effort, put in the work, and do the stuff, you're going to have success ultimately. I don't know if I can get you a timeline, but I'm going to try. We're going to ask Spirit, when is the most likely time frame for AJ to find this love in his life? There's only 12 of these month of the year cards, so they're kind of hard to shuffle. Okay, so we have here October, which to me feels like the longer end of this. So between whatever month in October and February, which is pretty much right now. So between now and February, we are in February. Between now and October seems like a really good timeline to figure out, close out these cycles and wounds from your past in love, to really get into alignment with someone, to bring that soulmate in and start a life. It's beautiful. So yeah, I know it can feel very overwhelming to even know where to begin to find this love interest, but there's divine timing at play and a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on spiritually that will line up to bring you into alignment with your person. So really, yeah, the work you're doing for now is mostly on yourself, but eventually it will be on the relationship as you come together with someone else and you go through life together rather than just by yourself. So I would say hang in there, because look, we got gift on the back of the deck, closing out that old cycle with the 36 here, and having that delight in seeing this gift of this new relationship come into your life. All right. So I hope that resonated, AJ. You are so welcome. Thanks again for your donation. And up next, we've got Katie R. And then Amber is also on the list. And we have two other spots available for anyone else that is wanting to donate today. So let me update the list right quick. Got to add Amber, which I meant to, and I kept her in my mind. She just didn't make it to the text on the list here. Amber! Okay, and 2 spots remain after these 2 readings. So Katie R is next. Take a quick drink of my water. Okay, let me double check if she has her question. Yes, she does have her question on PayPal. Okay, so we'll get right into it. For Katie, I would like to know what good things are coming into my life. Thank you. You are so welcome. Let's find out for Katie. Okay. So. Don't worry, I'll remind you. Yay, I'm glad. All right, Katie would like to know what good things are coming into her life. I miss your live readings. I've been in hermit mode since summer. I love it. Hermit mode can be good, but it's definitely good to see you, Katie. I do see you on my daily messages, which I don't know if you've noticed, they have moved over to the shorts section of my channel, so they're no longer popping up as a video. So check that out. Anyone who's here that's like, where did her daily messages go? They're now in the short section of my page. And they should hopefully, fingers crossed, show up on your subscription feed in the shorts section, which goes horizontal rather than vertical if you're on your phone. But if you're on your computer, they should just show up in your subscription. And I've got the last 4 daily messages are in the form of a short. My apologies for that, but I was really deciding, really not wanting to do shorts, but figuring it's probably the best place to put that shorter content because it is the shorter message, and it's really kind of splitting my audience between those that want a daily message and those that want the more longer pick a cards. And so I made that kind of executive decision to move them to shorts. It's not going well thus far because no one even knows they exist and they're not really getting views, but I'm going to have a little bit of patience with this. It's my first 4 shorts, so I can't just write it off as it's not going to work. I got to give it some time. Oh, there's a color circle highlighting your profile pic. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That is good to know. See, I'm learning new things every day. Thank you, Scarlett, for letting us know. I appreciate that. All right, so for Katie R., she wants to know what good things are coming into her life. Good things are coming for Katie R., please. Okay, ooh, we have the Lovers. And in this deck, it's called the Lover. So you might be manifesting a lover or having feelings for someone, but you're getting some clarity on some feelings you're having for someone. If this is not a certain someone in your life or anyone that you can point to directly right now, this could be getting clarification on a major life-changing decision that doesn't necessarily involve your love life, but it very necessarily or might possibly be able to shed some light on manifesting a love into your life. But there's definite clarity coming in. So any confusion, any stagnation, any stasis energy you've been in, you're about to cut right through that and get to the heart of something that feels life-changing for you in the best possible way. It's like you are changing your life for the better. Yeah, finally moving forward on some plans, quite possibly even wanting to move, or if you've had plans or just wished you could move. This is about you being able to take that leap of faith. Again, you might still be feeling the confusion. That's why we're asking what's coming into your life is finally clearing any confusion you have about a lover and then being able to move forward, whether this is with a lover, a new love or a past love, or being able to move on from a past love. We can interpret this in many different ways. Yeah, might be that you're moving on from someone from your past. I still have feelings for Brian. I opened up to him this summer and the ball's been in his court. I'm almost ready to walk away. Wow, yeah. I think that's what you're doing. And remind me, Katie, because I do see him with someone else. If he's not married or with a girlfriend, then he's thinking of someone from his past, or he's just not ready, I guess, for a relationship. But just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm mistaking the energy I'm feeling from the past because it's been a while. If he's got a wife or a girlfriend, long term, this to me feels like a long term. Yeah, they're not happy. That's correct. Yeah, I could definitely feel the unhappiness and unease. But again, until it gets too uncomfortable to move on from the situation, I don't think he's going to. It's almost like he can just keep treading water and that's that. But I see you being the one to definitely want to move on. Yeah, definitely you're going to be the one to move on. You might even as a result move away from where you're currently living. Doesn't have to be like towns away or states or countries away, but just maybe a new place. Let's see what else Katie R needs to know. Good things happening in her life, good things coming in. But I'm deeming this as a good thing. And there's your hermit energy right there. But this is almost you making the decision to be on your own rather than waiting or pining away for someone who's emotionally and even physically unavailable for you. Because you do deserve full, attention and love and nurturing in a relationship. Yeah, exactly. That's the mother energy here. She deserves and she wants the support of a king. She can do it alone, sure, but she would rather have someone by her side. And she's not going to settle for someone who's, emotionally and physically involved with someone else. She's going to wait or just do things her way until that right person comes along. So yeah, to me, this feels like you're going to be the one to decide I mean, you've kind of already left it in his court, and he's kind of almost decided for you. But this is you just taking that in stride and knowing that whatever is meant for you, nothing could take it away. Nothing could take it away. So really, the fact, sorry, excuse me, and it's almost like my throat chakra is like constricting. But it's almost like the fact that something has taken him away, another relationship has taken him away from you, kind of lets you know, at least right now in this time, space, and reality, he is not meant for you. That doesn't mean necessarily that he never will be, or that maybe in a next life he won't be. But right this moment, and maybe even in the near and even slightly distant future, he's not for you. He's too energetically invested with someone else. But let's see any guidance or wisdom for Katie to, the good things coming into her life. This to me feels like you focusing so much on yourself and your family, and just doing the things that bring you joy and happiness in life. And it's almost like this love interest will manifest as a result of you focusing on your own path. But let's see any other good things coming in. So even if a negative card comes out, there's a lot of negative cards in this one, but that's why I like it. It doesn't just sugarcoat things. But because we're asking specifically about the good things, any bad card that comes out, it's like you're turning it upside down, or you're turning that energy around. But if a good card comes out, obviously it's good. Yeah, protest, inadequacy, sue, and attention. Inadequacy of this kind of unrequited love or emotionally unavailable love. You're protesting against it. It's not adequate enough for you. It's had your attention for far too long, and you're ready to claim that attention back to yourself. Or at the very least to, life and your family. And curse, hate, catastrophe, misfortune. So you're turning this around. You're no longer going to hate the circumstance. You're almost just going to accept it as it is and then start to move forward. Again, it's not easy to hear that Brian isn't, not to say, again, I feel with this energy here, he does have very strong feelings for you. It's just, are they strong enough for him to leave his current situation? Not probably right now. So I don't know if it's love that's keeping him with her. Well, to me, it feels like a child obligation. If he has a child with this person, that's where his attention is more with his child and not breaking up the home for the child rather than the wife. That's really how I'm reading this. Child or maybe quite possibly two children. One for sure, though. Wow. Yeah, you do deserve someone who reciprocates, and you have goosebumps. Yay. Yeah, you're trying to work through the heartache. Yeah, I can't imagine that that's easy at all. In fact, I would say that's probably right down difficult, but let's see. Anything else? Yeah, it is teaching you self-worth, and if any queen knows her worth, it is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is what you're learning. This is the good thing coming in, is you're learning, wow, I'm worth so much more than waiting for someone who might possibly never give me what I deserve. And instead of waiting for anyone outside of me to give me what I deserve, I'm going to give me what I deserve. Yes, you are. And then look, Lilith, reclaim your power. This could not be more perfect. Look at that. You're reclaiming your power. You're going to be this just absolute sorceress Lilith energy that almost turns everyone's like I just see all these heads turning in your direction. That's what's going to be bringing in or pulling in your next love is, your own connection and commitment to yourself. That's going to be so sexy and beautiful to that future partner for you that nothing could keep that energy from coming to you. But you're going to have to give it to yourself first. That's really what I see here. So your hermit mode since last summer might be extending just a bit, but you're learning so much on this journey that almost to me it feels like you're craving your own love and affection anyway. And you're going to give that to yourself, and then as a result attract in someone who can also be that part for you. Wow. And then who knows, maybe years later down the road you'll be so happy and Brian will finally be single and you'll be like, yeah, no thanks, I got what I want and it's not you anymore. Yes. I love it. Not that we're here for revenge, but sometimes it's just kind of inevitable in kind of an energetic way. And I don't see you being that kind of person that wants to make anyone jealous. That's not at all what I'm saying, but it might just kind of come as a side effect of you just claiming your own power and finding a very equal match for your beautiful power. And I don't think Brian, yeah, sexy bitch energy. I love it. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes we got to swear around here. It's okay. It's okay. You're so welcome. Well, you got your sexy back. So just do your own thing, and then when the time is right, you'll know when love's coming in. But I do see it coming in this year. So if you can get to business, get to work, really loving yourself, establishing whatever it is you want to accomplish in this life, your goals, your wishes, your dreams, just your day-to-day joy and happiness with you and your child or children. Remind me, I can't remember if you have one or a couple kids. But just you really enjoying the role in life that you're already playing, and bringing on these additional roles of just being your own, that sexy bitch, right? Just being that energy for yourself is really gonna be just that cherry on top of everything for you. So get it, girl. Love it. So fun. All right. So Amber is the last donation I have, I think. Let me just double, triple check over here. Yes, Amber is my last donation. So let's get into this for Amber. And I think, yes, she has posted her question. Oh no, it's doing its thing. Slow write speed. Well, we will keep an eye on that. I'm going to go ahead real quick and hop over to Amber's question. So it says, so I'm feeling stuck and stagnant, doing the daily chores. I feel dull, no creativity, no spark or growth. There is no movement in terms of my business or are moving from here. Change in my relationship with my partner, as if everything has paused. It feels as if I did not get awakened at all, as if everything is back to as it was a few years ago, just a few changes in me. Please, some guidance of what's going on. When will things change from my inner true inner self and true source creator spirit? Thank you so much. You are so welcome. We're going to tune in, but this is a collective message I'm going to give everybody. The month of February, which we are 3 days into now, especially that second week of February, which is about February 8th going on through, the rest of the month, we're all going to start to feel, there it goes. Let me get that back online for us. We're all going to start to collectively feel this shift into forward momentum, because so many of us have felt like we've been treading water since October. Many of us since even way, way before that. Could have even been years for some of us that feel like it's same stuff, different day, not really getting ahead too much, and of course, camera. This though, again, everything is a sign. There's no coincidence that this is happening during your reading. So it's almost like slow write speed. It's almost like your life, you want all these beautiful things to happen, but it's like the energy isn't supporting and allowing this energy to flow at the speed you're hoping and wanting to go. And that's a common thing with people who are awakened is, we have this deeper understanding. No, we don't claim we know it all or even a fraction of what's actually happening out there. But once we know better, we want to do better. And we just expect or hope or wish life would start showing up for us where we are rather than where we have been. But a lot of times that energy just isn't supporting this quantum leap we want to take into our future. So it's more the energy rather than something you've done wrong, Amber. And for all of you who've been feeling stuck, that's kind of a collective message for all of us that have been feeling stuck or stagnant, or I'm putting in all this effort and work and it's almost like I'm instead moving backwards rather than forward. Believe me, I felt that way a lot since October myself. So, literally detonating my last channel and starting a whole new channel and just trying to keep my head above water. And, I made my first $16 though. As of the time of my being monetized, we've now made $16 over the past, I think it's been 12 days. So not quite $1 a day, but it's not about the money for me. But you just might be feeling that the amount of effort and work you're putting into something just isn't paying off with the energy exchange of things. So let's just see for Amber specifically. I want to get that last bit of your question so I can say it all correctly. Some guidance on what's going on and when things will change. But again, I see this as, starting maybe late next week, things are going to move forward, and not all at once though. It's a very slow and steady progressive energy that'll carry us. March is going to be very chaotic energetically, just tuning into the astrology of things already. It's at least like collectively, like globally, going to be very chaotic, a lot of natural disaster type weather, a lot of fighting, a lot of, just conflict and stuff. But energetically, we can start to feel that in our personal lives as well. But let's see for Amber in the near future when she's going to start feeling this forward momentum and just any guidance on this area. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's that death energy, but it's almost like this perpetual dark night of the soul death energy that just won't let you out of its grasp. You're like, okay, been through the death. I'm ready for the rebirth. And the rebirth just isn't coming. It's not coming. It's not coming. It's not coming. But the fact that, to me, I think you had mentioned that Leo was your 8th house. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Amber. This to me does feel like you're finally getting the rebirth of the death energy, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very material world or physical world person. She's showing up in the physical world. And I think maybe that's where you've been feeling, going through the motions, doing the housework, nothing's really changing. There is going to be a shift, though, because the Queen of Pentacles is also an entrepreneur card. So you, in this case, feeling inspired as a result of this death energy you've been in to be able, oh yeah, that's right, Cancer 11th and Leo 12th. Yeah, well, 12th house too could be almost like a death energy in and of itself, because it's from beyond the veil. It's from the other realms. It's getting that information from the other realms to ground it into this reality. Ooh, I think we'll take all of those. All right, what else does Amber need to know? But there's a definite shift, but again, current energy, you're just feeling stuck in the death energy. We've already established that. But look. Yes, please. Wish fulfillment. The star comes after the Tower. So this death process will end and there will be your rebirth. But again, the 8 of Swords, this is being very in our heads. This is, lower octave of the devil energy, I always call it here on my channel. And this to me feels like you, instead of thinking about how stuck you are, instead you're finding ways to break out of the stuckness. Or even if it's just one little thing. Like for me, through the chaoticness of this week, I've just been focusing, moments here and there. Oh, of course, there goes my camera. Moments here and there on just doing a quick, like I can not even have to finish a whole puzzle while I'm making dinner or doing something. I can just write okay, I think this is this number. Okay, I think it's this. And then when I know for sure, I'll erase all the guesses and put the right number. Just something like this for me to hold on to so I don't lose my mind. Like, okay, I gotta wash another load of laundry. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And sometimes just focusing on the thing that will bring me joy will really help bring me out of that funk that I've been in. And same for you. And then King of Cups, yeah, really finding your way through your emotions and really feeling that sense of fulfillment, even in the more mundane tasks of doing laundry, doing chores. You're finding a sense of purpose in it. Going from a full laundry basket to everything folded and put away. There is this little dopamine hit I think each of us gets when that's the thing. But when we're doing the same thing day in, day out, it can become very monotonous. Yeah, trying to focus on your day-to-day chores and finding joy in the mundane things. Yeah. And that's really what's going to get you out of that funk, is just finding those little joys. And then you add up all those little joys, and then they're going to start to become bigger to where you're going to have that passion and focus and desire to, put into your business or a creative endeavor of some sort. But let's see any other guidance or information for Amber. Okay, we have Ceres, and I never know if I'm saying that right. Love and mother yourself. So there's that nurturing energy of just knowing that this is a season of life. Much like a mother, she's holding a child here. And this to me feels like your inner child, but this is more toddler-aged child. And we all know as mothers, the baby and toddler phases are, at least physically, the most challenging and demanding. Of course, once they get older and become teenagers, that's a whole other, it's more mental stress that they cause than physical. Let me do everything for you. Let me change your diaper. Let me feed you. Let me put clothes on you. Let me give you a bath. I mean, it's very physically demanding to be a mother of a young child. It gets easier as they get more into, 8, 9, 10, 11, teenagers. But then that's where the mental stress will, pass the baton from physical stress to mental stress. And then you're off to the races in a different way. But this to me feels like the physical burdens you've been going through are going to be alleviated as a result of you taking better care of yourself. But it makes my reason for being here. I'm supposed to do this only. I feel like meeting people, going out, traveling, enjoying. Yeah, And again, I feel like this is just a season of life you're in, is just the monotony, the day-to-day mundane stuff is just but a season of life, because this is preparing you, almost like that death energy where we feel very stuck until we're reborn, and then that's when the action starts really taking place. But look, yes, this is just but a season, because we now have the sun, and especially when it starts to warm up, like I was saying with Gitaleka, with her father's energy of health and stuff, will be much improved when the weather improves. And I know, Amber, you and I are both in the northern part of the U.S., so it can be very depressing just not getting enough sun. And we all just want to be outside when it's warm. Maybe not everybody, but I know I do. And it's very difficult. I mean, the sun's out today. I'll just show you guys. Maybe I don't know if I can't really do it. My camera won't bend that far. But I was like, I could show you how beautiful it is out today, but it's so cold. But just sometimes looking out the window, closing your eyes, and just feeling the warm sun on your face can really shift your just depression, even just a little bit. I've been making a point, anytime I see that the sun is out, even if I don't go outside, if I just look through the window, close my eyes and face the sun, I can still connect and feel that little bump of happiness that I get from just knowing the sun's on my face, and almost just picturing myself laying in the grass in the summertime and just feeling the warmth of the sun on my body that way. Like sometimes even just me picturing it right now just gives me this little tickle in my heart. Like, yes, things will improve. And that's what this is saying, that life is improving. Might be very slow and steady for a while, because I know even where you're at in the world, springtime seems to come later in the northern north than it does, in the south for sure. And yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. -4 to 22 here this week. Yeah, I don't know what it is today. Let me double check. I'm gonna look over on my phone real quick. See the weather. Yeah, we're right at freezing today. I think 32. Ooh, you can't see that. There we go. 32 degrees today in Missoula. And it's supposed to be decently warm. And for those of you in the more southern places, you're like 32, 34, 36, 37. That's not warm. For us, that's way warmer than -4. But yeah, I feel your pain with just wanting a little more sun, a little more good weather, because there's something just so energizing about going for a short walk outside when it's nice out. Even walking from your car into a store or going to pick a kid up from school can just feel so energizing and life-giving. And we take that for granted when it's now cold and we're bundled up to the gills, and we would rather be in the car where it's warm and the heater's going than anywhere outdoors or in the house, even better than in the car. But let's get one final message of how things are looking up for Amber. What area of life is going to look up soon and start to shift? Ooh, we have fate. So coincidence, fatalism, and fortune telling. So you just being in tune with your own fate and destiny, and maybe even steering your fate and destiny more in your favor, more toward the sun, rather than feeling this death energy all the time. Let's get a couple more. What areas are improving for Amber very near future? Okay, so we have protest, inadequacy, sue, and attention. Again, this is about you saying, I'm not settling for this death energy anymore. I want my rebirth, and I'm not going to sit around waiting for it any longer. And just literally taking the bull by the horns, or taking the reins and saying, nope, I'm doing this. Then we have vow, wish, hope, and worship. So we got the star here, which is about a wish and a hope coming true. So maybe even with the 54 here, with the closing out of that cycle, because that adds up to a 9, stepping into your purpose, closing out an old cycle, and being able to have a more hopeful future very, very soon. Especially with going outside. I mean, both of these are outdoor energies. So, yeah, I would just say hang in there as much as you can. Oh, you went and protested last week on your husband. Aw. Oh, and you have the number 99 following you. Yes. Is that the year you graduated, by any chance? Because for some reason I'm hearing that song by Prince, Party Like It's 1999. That song came out like in the 80s or maybe early 90s. I can't quite remember the year it came out, but I was a senior in 99 going into 2000. Yeah, that feels like forever ago, but yesterday all at the same time. Yeah. So it's very interesting that 99 keeps following you around and you did your 12th year in school in 99. That was a completion energy. So you're completing yet another level of this school of life or school of earth here. And then your college first year. Yeah. So this is letting you know once again your new beginning because look, the number 10. Well, can't see that. I swear there's a 10 on that card. So closing out one cycle, graduating from one age group or experience group or season of life and going into the next. Look at that. Wow. Thanks for sharing that you've been seeing 99 because that reminded me of that time of life. And I know you're around my age, so that makes total sense to me. Yes. Wow. That makes a lot of sense. So to me, I think most graduations happen in the month of May. And I know that's so far off, but it makes sense with the sun. Oh my gosh. Yep. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. Here we go. But yeah, it makes so much sense to me because in the more northern parts of the US, the sun really starts to come out to play for extended periods of time during the month of May. But since we do have these month by month cards, let's just see what month things are greatly. And I don't mean just a little bit here and there, but I mean greatly. What month are things greatly improving for Amber? If May comes out, I'm going to laugh. Ooh, we have September. I want to get a time frame. From when to when? Well, we know September is kind of more the... Okay, well, interesting. We got from September to December, which is funny because that's when the sun is kind of starting to take its descent again. But I really am seeing the month of May coming through in a big way for you. So don't just wait for September or think, okay, nothing's going to improve till September. But I did say greatly improve. So I think you're going to start to see a steady improvement between now and May. May is going to be a pretty big month where things are popping off for you in a good way, where at least you're feeling more like a version of yourself that you're excited to be and not such death energy all the time. And then come September through December, it's like things are taking off in a whole new way for you. Yeah, September and November and December specifically are going to be big months for you. Oh, your exams happened in March and my college started in July. Very interesting. And your exam results came out on your birthday in May 27th. Okay, there you go. So May, that's already a very, particular great time for you because it is your solar return in May. So it makes sense now why May kept coming up. So yeah, very cool. How will I brace myself so long? I know. But here's the thing. I see things are not getting worse from here on out. Yes, there might be bumps along the road because life is life, right? But for the most part, you're gaining this momentum and strength leading up to May. And then by summertime, you're going to be feeling a lot less, I guess, depressed would be the best word, or just feeling like, what's the purpose of life? You're going to be tuning more into your purpose in life in May all the way through the end of the year. That's going to be your kind of really time to shine this year. Oh no. Okay, this thing is not improving any. But I'm going to try one more time. Okay. Donations before we go. We have another donation, I think. So let's see. I think it's Katie R, but let me double check. Cut off her name. So it is Katie R. Okay. So let's get into that. But thanks again for your donation, Amber. And again, if I could make life better for you, I would so try to do it. It's just not, it's hard. And I've probably not been as down in the dumps as you've been as far as just everything just feels to be happening to you. I've been feeling portions of what you've been feeling, and I don't like it. It's not fun. So my heart really does go out to you, and I do hope things improve. I dropped a big stack of cards on the floor, so I gotta put these all back. Okay. And hopefully we are back in action. No, it still says slow right speed. I will put the cards more on the side so we can see them. I just don't know. My first order of business, I keep saying this, when I make enough money on the ad revenue again, my first order of business is going to be to get a new camera. This one is not doing the greatest. But I I kept trying to wait, but I already donated my channel's first $50, even though it's only at $16 right now, to Taki's Shelter. It's a dog shelter in Greece that I follow on YouTube, and I've just been wanting to donate, and I just couldn't wait any longer, so I just donated the first $50 of my channel, even though I've only made 16 thus far. But it was to this place, Taki's Shelter, here on YouTube. If you're looking for a very worthy cause, this guy, by himself with limited volunteers that come from wherever, runs a dog shelter in Greece that they have currently over 450 dogs. So his whole day is dogs, cleaning up poop, feeding dogs, taking dogs to vets, bringing in new dogs off the streets that people keep dumping or, putting out in the different wooded areas to leave for dead. And he's doing such a worthy and good thing. So I donated my first $50 to him. Oh, yeah, 4 decades of heartbreak and trauma does get to you. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, happy lamps help a lot. That's for sure. I've started doing like red light therapy. My husband got me a little red light panel for Christmas. So that's been helping my mood because just all the sickness and stuff that's been going on, I didn't get it as bad as everyone else. I just still have this weird sinus and throat thing that won't really go away very well, but I never got like the high fever my boys did or the diarrhea. Sorry, TMI. I didn't get any of that. Yay. And I only threw up once, but it was more kind of in the back of my throat, and I didn't, yeah. So I got lucky that way. I don't know if it's the red light therapy or just, I don't know. I just didn't get as sick as everyone else. But let's get into Kate. I was about to get into it, and then camera. Okay, we're going to try as we might to keep that camera stable and going through Katie's reading, but let's go over here. So she's curious and would like to know about this new love that's coming into her life. And of course, time frames are a tricky, little slippery slope. So I want to say, just based on the reading we did, that it's happening this year. But I think, again, it's going to come as a conscious effort after you basically let go of Brian or remove any cords or cut any cords, whatever resonates most, with his energy. Because a lot of times when we're pining after someone or, in a relationship that's bad, sometimes we block the good relationship that wants to come in. So what I see is once you make that final decision, and this is the weird thing sometimes too, when we finally make that final decision that, okay, it's over with me and this person, that's when they finally feel your energy pull back, and that's when they finally come toward you. So yeah, that being said, I would say your time frame is going to depend on choices you make and actions you take, Katie. But once this love comes in, let's tune into this person's energy and see what this love is bringing for you. And let's just find out about this new love that's coming into your life and just anything you need to know. For Katie, well, we'll take the top one of that. 6 of Pentacles. So it's going to be a reciprocated energy. Again, sorry about the camera. So this will be a requited love, not unrequited like you're dealing with Brian. So this will be a balanced relationship. You'll both be equally into each other, which is the best kind of relationship for sure. For sure. See if we can get any other indication about what this. Oh, yeah. Well, and this might likely end up being a husband to you. Or at the very least, a long-term committed relationship, quite possibly having one more child together. If you don't want more children, that doesn't have to be a thing, but that possibility is there if that's what you choose. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So again, kind of going back to your other reading about you being your own queen for a while is going to be the thing that pulls this person to you. Because when you love yourself, other people have no choice but to love you or hate you, but those that are meant for you will love you because you love you. And again, we can't really see that, but I think we've established what those cards are. And we have here King of, you're bringing in an air sign. So this could be your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or just this person has a lot of energies, a lot of prominent placements within the air signs in the chart. This person quite possibly could have a stellium in air. They feel very air-oriented to me. and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is letting you know this is a patience thing. And again, because I put this over here next to you, this time frame is depending on when you release Brian and know that this is most likely not going to be your future, that will then open those timelines for this person to come in. Yeah, past reading you had said I was going to have a son, and that must be how. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. But this is basically saying the energy, the timeline, the everything is in your court. I know how you had said in your previous reading that the ball was in Brian's court, but now your future love life is now in your court. And I think Brian has kind of made his decision without really making his decision by just staying where he's at. So that lets you know, okay, I'm now free to do what I want. And that's you choosing you over everybody, obviously, because you don't even know this person yet, that I can feel. I don't think you know them in this life yet. Past life energy, for sure. But in this life, I think this is going to be a new person to you, but they're going to feel like someone you've known. But this to me feels like you choosing you is going to be what you need. And if you want to do any kind of cord cutting meditation or ritual or whatever that looks like for you to feel completed and done with Brian's energy, it doesn't mean you can't be friends with him if that's something you want to do. But as far as holding out hope that anything romantic will happen, when you can turn that switch from yes to no, that's you claiming your power back and thus opening those timelines for this other person. But let's see anything else Katie needs to know about this relationship once it's in her life. Ooh, yeah, that's when your clarification is definitely coming in. You got this in your other reading as well, so I can't really see it, but we will bring him up to the table to play. Yes, Ace of Swords, clarification, and knowing that, wow, I was just playing pretend with some of these other people. This is the real deal. And there's more air sign for you. Clarity coming in. And then we have Strength, which to me is Leo season, Leo energy. So you might even meet this person during Leo season this year. Because I do feel that this person, again, depending on your time frame, that this might be different. But they also could have prominent Leo in their chart as well. So heavy on air, but also the sign of Leo. Could have their moon in Leo. I really am feeling a Leo moon with this. But if this person ends up not to have that energy, it just could be that there's some other energetic Leo moon energy coming in to support this relationship. Maybe the day you guys decide, hey, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, the moon is in Leo or something like that. So you can interpret these readings, even if your intuition's thinking I'm interpreting it slightly different. Please trust your intuition above what I say. I'm just a girl on the internet. Let's see. Anything else Katie needs to know about the positives of this relationship? I want the positive things of this relationship. So even if a negative card comes out, it's like, this is how things are shifting for you. Yeah, strategy. So planning, prediction, and mind reading. That's funny. We were just talking about, don't trust some girl on the internet, trust your own intuition. And, having your own strategy, being in the place you could meet this person, going places you meet people to meet love interests. Let's see. It's very interesting because right as I said that, I almost feel you could meet this person because of your child. It's like this person brings or is associated with, I don't know, a sport I think you have a daughter, remind me if I'm wrong, a sport your daughter plays, or maybe one of her friends' parents, I don't know, something like this. And then libation, donation, pray, and religion. So again, this feels like a spiritual connection. So I don't know if you go to church or anything like that. You could meet this person there as well. You don't have to start going to church to meet this person, because I feel like both of you are more spiritual than religious anyway. She'll be playing soccer. Very interesting. Yeah, you could meet someone at soccer. So dress cute. I'm just being dumb. But let's see. Let's get one closing argument for Katie. Any good thing coming as a result of this relationship? And we have manifestation. What you seek is seeking you. And it's very interesting going back to that whole thing with Brian, because energetically you're seeking him, you're seeking him, you're seeking him. Maybe he's not so much seeking you, but energetically, that timeline is filled with you having your sights on someone else. But when you open that door, so between now and soccer season, be opening that door back to yourself, bringing that power back to yourself so that you have potential to tap into these timelines where you meet this amazing person. And I really do see he's older than you. Not like old man old, but like he's older than you. I don't know, I feel like I want one more. Old man old, that was mean. Vision, get clear on what you want. Yeah, you do some soul searching, Katie, to get clear on what you want this relationship to be. We already know it's going to be very reciprocal, very, you're vibing. You're both into each other. It's not you chasing anyone and this person's kind of part way in, part way out. No, it's very equal give and take in the romantic connection you share. But get clear on what you want this person to show up like. Maybe not so much their looks, because a lot of times that's way more hard to manifest a person with a specific look. We really want to focus usually on those, good qualities, good morals, all of this. And usually, however the person looks, it's attractive to you because they represent those morals and other things that kind of hit your mark. Yeah, between now and soccer season, you're going to be breaking out the workout videos, right? Oh my gosh, if you meet your future husband at soccer, we're all just going to have to throw a party over here. I love it. All right, I hope that resonated. That was fun. He's fun too. Like, you're going to have fun with him. And he might be an outdoorsy type of person or someone who's just more active, wanting to go places, go on trips, just get out and about. Like, that's the type of person he is. He wants to be out and about, seeing life, doing cool things. Yes, fun people. He's definitely fun people. And he's got a great sense of humor as well. I can feel that. Yeah, usually air signs are very witty. And they don't laugh at their own jokes. They just know they're funny without trying to be funny. And they just let it hang, That's how my husband is. He's an Aquarius ascendant. And yeah. So you as a Gemini level, it's so fun. Yeah. All right, you guys. So that is all that I have donations for anyway. Kartika, Kartika. I hope I'm saying that right. If you wanted to donate, I'm about to close out, but I will hold on if you wanted to donate. Otherwise, if you were just looking for free reading, I already did the collective free reading at the beginning. You can go back to the beginning of this video and check that out and see if it pertains to your situation. But if you did want to donate, that one's all bent. I wonder how that happened. If you did want to donate, though, I will hold on the line here for a moment or two. Just let me know what you want to do. Yeah, and to donate, I have all that information in the description. And depending how you donate, either PayPal or SuperChat, it's a different price point just because SuperChat takes a huge cut of the money. So that's why it's more expensive than the donation over on PayPal, if you were wondering. But let me know. Let me know if you wanted to pay for a reading today, and I will wait around. Otherwise, there is a free reading for you at the beginning of this video. And we're having weird issues with the camera. At least it's not completely making the camera blank the whole time, so I guess we'll just roll with it. It's just the things that we put up with for the live stream. Okay, so I'm going to put these away while we wait for Kartika's response. Oh, you felt the reading had something for you. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is if your attention is pointed towards something, it's usually for a reason, and there just might be a message in it for you as well. I even wrote that in the description of most of these videos that, if something resonates and it's not even your reading, hey, you can claim it. All right. Oh, no, you're not too late to donate. We were waiting on one other person to possibly donate if they wanted a reading as well. So feel free to, tongue-tied. Feel free, Vicky. We are still here. I'm just putting things away and hanging out a moment. Oh, that doesn't go to this school. What am I doing? All right. We'll put that one in the right stack. All right. There we go. Awesome. Vicky's going to donate. And that will put us pretty much, I wanted to be live under 2 hours, so that'll put us right around that time. And I think that does leave one more donation spot available of the 2 that were still left. So if Kartika does want to donate, there's still that spot for her as well. Or anyone else that wants to get in under the gun. We're wrapping up. Now's the time. And my camera's doing its thing, but we're making it work as best as we can. And Katie loves people with sense of humor. And yes, you're so welcome, Katie. Thanks again for your donation. Yeah, you have a great day as well. Have a great weekend. All right, making sure I didn't miss anything else. Hello, the Queen of Sheba. I'm just now seeing your comment. Hello, hello. Welcome. And anyone just joining us, if you would like to get in on the free reading, I did that at the very beginning of the live stream. You can just scroll that little red slider on the bottom of the video all the way back to the beginning. You can even do 2 times speed to get to the point, because sometimes I hang out and talk to people before we get going. And I don't remember around what minute time I started talking about the collective reading, but it's usually the first 20 minutes or so. But yeah. Oh, my camera. Oops. It's been having issues since right around Amber's reading today, so that's one of my first order of businesses, which I've already said to those who are here, so you can just ignore me if I sound like a broken record. But one of my second order of business, because I wanted to donate my first $50 to Talkie Shelter, which I already did, even though we've only made $16 on my other channel thus far. But my big goal with the other channel is to have the ad revenue, hopefully eventually within a year or so, pay for a new camera. That would be great. So great. Sorry, I'm just checking my message real quick. My husband just texted about basketball pictures. Fun. Interesting. So we're at 5 o'clock next Friday. All right. Anyway, so Vicky has donated for a 1-card read. Okay. So let's go over to PayPal email to find out Vicky's question. And if she's seeing this, I hope she's up to date on the live stream. If you're behind, you slide that little red dot along the bottom all the way over to the right of the screen, and that'll get you to the live portion. So you're not in the past of the readings of the live stream. All right, so Vicky says, "Hi Amanda, can I please have a brief insight into why some of our brothers feel they can behave bossy and controlling towards Cheyenne and I? This is something that is constantly ongoing in our home, and we are getting tired of it." Yes, I can agree. You would probably be very tired of that. Well, there it is. Okay, let's get that back online. Okay, so I'm already getting intuitive hits of, especially if you or Cheyenne have never lived outside the home. It doesn't matter if the brothers have or not. That's kind of almost irrelevant, but it's almost like they're still treating you like children. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that you and Cheyenne are younger than the brothers in question, at least. Even if you do have younger brothers, I don't think the problem is with them acting controlling or bossing to you. It's the more older brothers. And I think it's just the fact that because there was no separation of, okay, you've graduated high school, you're no longer a child, you're 18 and older now, there was not that break or separation from your energy to them. Oh, you're older than the brothers. Wow, that is so interesting. So it almost feels like they almost act like they're older than you. That is like the vibe I'm getting. It's so interesting how that is. But yeah, they are the problem. I can totally see that they are the problem, but it's because you two have been there the whole time that they feel like, okay, well, I'm the man now, even though your dad's still there. It's like, I'm the man now. And it's like, well, no, we're all adults here. There's no one better or worse than anyone else here. But let's see. I feel that it's just because there was no separation of, okay, we're children. Okay, now we're adults. Yeah. Only one brother left home. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's very funny because my brother, he's 4 years younger than me, but my sister and I used to call him Dad. He'd boss us around, he'd tell us what to do, he'd tell us not to, hang out with certain people or be home late. I'm like, who are you, Dad? But he's 4 years younger than me. He was protective. I don't really see though that that's the case for you and your brothers, but energetically, I can understand because to me, it's so weird that I even admit this, but to me, it's like my brother, even though he's 4 years younger, I see him or feel him like an older brother in my life. It's so weird how that is. I'm the oldest, but I still almost look at him like an older brother, even though, yes, he's 4 years younger. But let's see why they feel the right to control or boss. Yeah, very interesting. This is letting us know, sorry, that they are in fact younger than you. Pages are young energy, but it kind of spun. Did you see that? Hopefully you saw that before the camera went black. When I first dealt it out, it spun because these cards don't kind of sit right. So it kind of spun like this. It's like they're confusing who, is older, who is younger. I'm going to put that over here so we can see it. This camera is not going to cooperate, so we'll just make do with what we have. But yeah, there's a confusion of this, and it might even be surprising to you and Cheyenne why they feel they need to act this way. But yeah, look, I'm man of the house now. I'm the man. So literally they are acting older or, trying to control you like they are older or like they are the owner of the home or they're the man of the house or whatever you want to call it. Because they feel so insecure by the fact that they are still home. That's why they want to be. I really feel like they want to be like this other brother that moved out, but they can't because of financial reasons and, other reasons. If they had it their way, they would definitely move out, but they don't have that option right now. Again, I see it's mostly financial reasons. So they almost treat you two, it's almost like they can sense that you two are wanting or about to leave home for good. They can sense that, and they don't want to lose that control structure that they have or that access to your life that they have with you being there. If you move to your own apartment, you and Cheyenne, the brothers wouldn't have basic exclusive access to you any time of day, tell you what to do, and they don't want to lose that. And it's kind of a weird scenario why they don't want to lose it, but I want to just see, yeah, because that's how life has been. And I think they know the writings on the wall that you guys are eventually going to up and out of there. You and Cheyenne are going to leave eventually, and most likely before these brothers leave home. And they don't want, it's almost like they don't want you to leave home before they do because they will feel like failures in some way. It's very ego driven, the reason that they act this way. It really has no actual basis in reality. It's just all ego. Yeah. Feeling cheated, feeling slighted, feeling stolen from or taken from. Yeah, it's really weird energy that you would think, well, who cares? Who cares who leaves home when and why? But I think it's because you and Cheyenne on paper, with your degrees and stuff, are much more successful than the brothers. So they have to find ways around the home to keep you on their level. Again, from an ego place. It's very interesting. Even if they are themselves educated, I don't see them as educated as you and Cheyenne are. And that intimidates them. Yeah, it confuses them. Like, I don't know how to respond to you, so I'll just boss you around. Yeah, but eventually you guys are moving out, so you're going to take away their, not that they actually have control over you, but maybe even just the way they've shown up and tried to boss you around and do these things. It almost feels like they are yet another father or a control in your life, and almost subconsciously gave them some little bit of power in some way. But when you move out, you'll take all your power for sure. Yeah, very dependent on your dad, and he still cooks their dinners and the youngest is actually the worst. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's like he comes up with surprising ways to just completely shock you guys. But look, you and Cheyenne are leaning on each other through this challenging time. And when the time is right, you two will be able to move out into your own place and be able to leave a lot of this behind. Again, this doesn't mean you have to cut these people out of your life forever, but at least as far as taking control of your own life and feeling like adults and living like adults, you're going to feel much better about a situation where you're on your own with Cheyenne rather than in this same toxic soup that you've been in since, you were born, pretty much. I mean, obviously the brother's younger, so they're not since you were born, but since you were very young, there was, just some toxicity with especially the more male energies in the home. But you're overcoming this when you guys move out. So really, I would just say it's ego. It's ego and one-upmanship and, oh, they think they're better than us, even though you've never once said that or you don't even think that. But you're going to be able to do your own thing and move on eventually. And there's not much they can do to have power over you once you do that. But again, time will tell when that move will take place, but it will. It will. Yeah, your mom was very controlling. Interesting. Because it's almost like I'm reading her energy as like masculine energy in the home just as much as the father, if not more. So it's a very masculine dominated household, even though there was a mother, she was in her masculine energy. And you and Cheyenne really are the feminine energy in that home. And that almost threatens a very dominant masculine energy from day one, just to have these two wonderful feminine energies there. And it's almost threatening, like that feminine is strong without trying. And that a lot of times can, get that dominant male energy in their ego because the feminine energy is just flowing. And the masculine energy usually has to put forth a lot of effort to just be in that flow. And the feminine just can sit back and be the flow. And that can really, those really hyper masculine people or misogynistic types of people. And I say people because there's even some misogynistic females out there for sure. But those are usually females who are threatened by their own feminine energy. So anyone exuding any kind of feminine energy, they feel threatened by, and then they try to control or boss around, whether they are themselves female or masculine or what. But yeah, I can totally see that being a problem. But when you remove that feminine energy from the home by moving out with you and with Cheyenne, Vicky and Cheyenne eventually, you guys are going to be able to, they're going to be left holding the bag, like, oh, the feminine energy's gone, and it's almost like they're going to have to establish a new pecking order, because you're not there, and that's going to be their problem. So I don't want you to have to worry about what they do when you leave, but you will leave. I see eventually you will leave, and you're going to be able to do what you want to do without worrying about them trying to boss or control you. Even if you don't allow them to boss or control you, it's annoying. It's annoying, especially because they're younger than you, trying to boss you around. It's almost cute how funny it is, but really it's more frustrating than cute, right? It's just like, really, you think you can tell me what to do? That's so cute of you. Nope, not happening. All right, Vicky, I see Cheyenne in the chat too. Hi, Cheyenne. Oh, your mom was very controlling. I did see that from Cheyenne. And I think they got it from her. Yeah, they most likely did. You're so welcome. Oh, she is masculine. Yeah, exactly. It's annoying, right? Ugh. My heart goes out to you. I hope sooner than later you two can move out and just establish yourself in the way that you want. That would just be the best thing ever for both of you. But again, once finances are in order that you can do that, I see that being your two first order of business. Like, let's get the heck out of here. Wishing you the best on that journey to be able to free yourselves from this masculine control. All right. So I think that's going to do it. I'm getting my workout in, just reaching up, clicking record again, reaching up, clicking record again. So I'm actually going to go have some lunch. Maybe, I'm not 100% sold if I'm going to do my workout today or not, just because I'm not feeling 100%, but I might do it. I might not. But I'm definitely going to go have some lunch and check in with Boston, see if he needs some more homework help. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. But if you would like to check out my most recent pick a card over on Harmony Portal Tarot, linked in the description below. It is a what is this situation? How do I word it? What is the truth of a situation? Pick a card reading. That's what it is. I'm tripping over my words. It must be time to go. You have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and I will see you back here. And again, reminder, those of you that have been missing out on my daily videos because I've moved them over to the short section of my page, if you just go to my page and just scroll down till you see the short section, I think it's the second or third thing in the lineup, you can click on that and go to any of my new shorts. The last 4 days, daily messages have been in the shorts section. So check it out if it's not showing up on your feed in any way. That's where they go or where they went. I didn't stop doing them. They didn't disappear. They're just in a different format. So check it out if you feel so inclined. And I will see you guys later. Have a great weekend, everybody. And happy full moon on Friday. No, today's Friday. Sunday on the 5th. That is when the next full moon is. And yeah, if you missed the collective reading at the beginning, we kind of tuned into that energy well. So, okay, my camera's gone. I'm not reaching back up. So I will see you guys later. I'm waving. You can't see it. Bye.